this attitude I go about, now how is it possible that I'm going to live in harmony with people? I can't. I'm not going to give them a chance. I've already, the minute you've come in front of me and you say, "Kaun chho tame?" "Luhana." Okay, there you are. You understand? So we are going on those bases. It's very, very difficult to live in harmony. Now, what happens is, first of all, in a relationship, I'm not talking about particular one relationship, or overall in this, there is always a give and take. What is that? What is more, give or take? Will you remember this? In any relationship where there's more take, it will not work. And that is why Pujya Gurudev said what? Giving more than what we consuming. You give more than you consume. In a relation, if you remember this, I have to be on the what side? Credit side, not the... Will you remember? If I have to be on the credit side, you give me this much, I'll give you 5 times more. And I don't mean only in monetary or physical or, gross or object-wise. I mean in every possible way. If everyone keeps this attitude, that in a relationship, in any given relationship, whether it is with the society, with the nation, with an individual, with everyone, I will take, because I have to take, then only I can give. But I will give more than I take. If this is the attitude, there's definitely chances of greater harmony in society. Do you agree with me? Yes? When it's the opposite, there is a seed for disharmony. Okay, I will take more, then there is a seed for disharmony. I remember one, as I said, when you see this oneness, there is a beautiful, in fact, today only in the evening, 4 to 5, I have this Dharma Seva course going on, and in today evening's talk only, there was this beautiful thing that was talked. I'm talking about the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and in that, there is a, Sinki tamari drishti kevi hovi joiye. Satvik drishti it is called. And what brings harmony is a sattvic drishti. A rajasic drishti or a tamasic drishti brings about disharmony. So what is a sattvic drishti? To see unity in diversity. That is sattvic. Anekta mein ekta ko dekhna. All of us are there. We have so many things which are common. I told you the other day we did this sort of thing. If we see what's common in all of us, then what happens? We're all Indians. We're all human beings. We're all wanting to know things. We all want to be happy. Now, things bind us. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our strengths. So, when we see this type of things, then we bind with each other. There's love between each other. There's harmony between each other. But if we see differences, then these are rich people. These are men. These are women. These are this. All types of divisions. And what happens? Haven't families fallen apart only because they started seeing differences rather? The emphasis is on differences rather than on the commonness. As long as the emphasis is on the commonness, there is harmony. When the emphasis becomes on the differences, there is disharmony. Yes? A family is there, 2 children are there, living very well. What happens? One family. If the brother gets into the problem, the elder brother protects, isn't it? खबरदार मेरा भाई ने कहीं कहूँ तो I am there. As long as I am there, don't you do anything. I'll do it. Isn't it? They've grown up like that. Loving each other. How many beautiful moments of joy they've given to each other. And the same people grew up and then what? Isn't it true? Me and but first this person was yours, my brother, my. Abe, my wife, your family, my family. Is it true? But it was first one family. It is still one family. You're still brothers. But have you understood? Then what happens? This differences creates conflict, creates disharmony. And that is how the Britishers ruled us. Divide and rule. Yes or no? That's how they ruled us. They divided all of us. Very easy to divide us. We are waiting only like that. So they divided all of us and then they ruled over happily. We kept fighting with each other and they were ruling over us. same trend is continuing even now, isn't it true? You see the party के अंदर एक दूसरी party, एक party के अंदर ही opposition party, बाहर होए तो ये one thing, अंदर ही party के अंदर opposition party and then split group and all the divisive attitude is so strong, and that is the root of all disharmony. Do you all agree with me? Conflicts in life and all this. No. Change is a fact of life? Yes or no? Change is a fact of life? Can you say, no, you don't want to change? Or the world should not change? Change is a fact of life. The minute you resist change, there is disharmony. Will you remember that? Kya? Kya? Change is a fact of life. First, accept that things will change. Relationships, don't they change? The classic example is when, when the child is small. Then he says, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. And Mummy, Palu pakde, Mummy, Mummy. Aajkal they don't even have that. At least they should keep that so that the child can hold it. Jeans kya pakda? Ine tight pacha hoye. Pakde kya thi? So, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. So Mummy says, Akko divas Mummy, Mummy su kar acha bahar jain ram. Mummy, Mummy kar karega. Chal chal bahar jain ramo. Isn't it? And then the mummy grows old and this grows, the son also grows. After that what happens? The mummy does beta, beta. And the beta ke, aakho diye su beta, beta karo. Jao na tame tamaro kaam karo ne. What a change, isn't it true? What a change, what a change. First the mummy, mummy. Now beta. This is life. Everything changes, isn't it? I'm coming to Ahmedabad. I used to stay in Jodhpur, Tekra for 8 years. Now when I see the area, I can't recognize any road over there. I used to be there and I used to know the place pretty okay. I don't recognize anything. Change. It's a fact of life. People change, relationships change. You can't hold on. Now if you keep resisting, things will not, then what will happen? You're already creating a disharmony. Technology has come, so many other new things have happened. You have to accept that things are going to change. Things will change. Now what happens is, now we must understand what type of change should we accept. See, when everything changes around and within us also, first of all is, can we choose the changes? Some things we can't choose. Isn't it true? But some things we can. Change within we can control, or to some extent, I can see the other person is influencing me. I can choose to get influence or not choose to get influence. Is it true or not? That is in my hand, right? Few people around me also, I can choose to, bring about a certain type of change in the environment through my own actions, and this, I can choose to do that. Yes or no? To some extent, yes, I can. I can generate a positive change, yes, within myself and in the environment, in the surrounding and the fields wherever I am interacting. Is it true or not? Yes, I can, and I should. I must create this positive change around me, within me and around. It will create what? Greater harm. Now what happens? We seem to become like absolute victims, so to speak, of the change that's happening around us. Isn't it true? And we find ourselves being bombarded by the change. Why? Neither the change within nor the change outside. So we feel completely helpless, and therefore we are not able to cope with what? People, things, with circumstances, and we feel lost many times. And what the Alvin Toffler calls the future shock is what we experience. Have you understood? So therefore, this is another thing which we must take care of, that There should not be that strong resistance to change. This is a fact of life. Accept it. Yes, this is it right now. This is the way things are. This is the way people are. This is the way thinking is. This is the way values have become. Yes. Now what you can do about it, you do what you can. You understand? Now bring about that positive change to the extent you can, and thereafter you understand that you really can't change anyone in the world. If that person wants to change, that person will change, okay? Many times people tell me, Swamiji, તમે આટલો બધો સત્સંગ કરો, કેટલા બધા મોટા કથાકારો કથા કરે, કાંઈ સમાજ તો શું કૂતરાની પૂંછડી જેવું વાંકી તે શું બધું તમે શું ફાયદો શું? People tell me this. શું તમે બધું આવું કરો એનો ફાયદો શું? I'll tell you a small story about that. શું ફાયદો છે? What I'm saying is we must do what we can do, right? You don't worry about what you can do. You do what you can do now to bring about that harmony. Whether, you know, to the extent possible. Ek satsang chalto to. There was one sadhu mahatma who was doing satsang, and every day the same old 20 people will come and sit for years together. One day after the satsang was over, one young lady came to the sadhu mahatma and said, "Tame loko su karo cho?" And what happened? Saying, "Mara sasu 20 વર્ષથી તમારા સત્સંગમાં આટલો ફરક એમનામાં આવ્યો નથી. આમ કરે, તેમ કરે, she does this to me, she does that to me, she does all sorts of things." She started saying. So he says, "Look, you only must be telling her. She comes every day over here." So he says, "Look, I don't do anything like that, but you know, you come one day before the satsang. Don't bombard me after the satsang. You come before the satsang, listen to the whole, and if I say something which is wrong and bad, you can scold me. So you come before." So she came and she sat and she heard the whole thing and says, "You talk nice things. Then how come this?" She hasn't changed one single bit. What is this? So that Mahatma said, "Look, she's the same in 20 years? Yes. She hasn't changed at all? No. Exactly eva ne eva છે." You're saying that is the influence of satsang. Imagine. If she had not done that satsang, imagine what she would have been. Immediately that is a sharp girl. So she said, "Yes, મોકલીશ, દરરોજ મોકલીશ, જવા દો. At least બગડ્યા તો નથી, કાંઈ વાંધો નહીં, જવા દો એમને." You understand? What I'm trying to say is you create, whether you create that positive change around it. You do that. You don't worry कि भाई आके माम નથી થતું, why this thing is not happening. No, you don't worry about that. You do what you can. To the extent you can create that positive, harmonious, you know, change within you. It has to start from within you. To that extent, what will happen? It's like a ripple effect. You know, you put a stone, what will happen? Near the stone, where it's put in the water, the ripples are more. I mean, the water is more influenced. But every drop of water in the entire lake, to a lesser or a greater extent, is influenced by every action that happens over there. Is it true or not? So any positive thing done from you will create a harmonious relation around you. You understand? And a simple thing is be good, do good. What? Big words I don't know, but I'm just telling you to as simple as possible. What? What? Be good and do good. To the extent you keep doing this, what will happen? You will create a what? A harmonious environment around you. You see great saints. We had Puja Guruji coming over there for 3 days, and the people who were there around, you should see the type of love in which they were, what? Encompassed. Just the presence of a person who is himself harmonious and this. I don't know how many of you heard his talk. You know that? You all were there? What a beautiful feeling in your heart at the end of it, you know? Just such a nice, harmonious feeling with it. And then everyone, people who are otherwise not talking to each other also, "Kem cho?" "Majama cho." Normally they ekbijan same gurke. But why? What happened? Because this goodness, you know, this whole thing becomes you feel that harmony. Okay. Then another thing. See, there's a physical level, then there's the emotional, then there's the intellectual and the spiritual. Remember, they are actually one above the other. If you keep on giving importance to the physical, then there will be disharmony at the emotional, intellectual, etc. Will you remember that?